This is a notary certificate. It's called an acknowledgment. This is either going to be pre-printed on the document that you need to notarize, or you have to add it to the document. This sample document is a grant deed. It contains the notary certificate or notarial wording on it, so I would be able to complete the notarization. This sample document is an affidavit of residence. It does not have a notarial certificate pre-printed on it, so I would need to ask the signer what type of notarization they needed. Most signers don't know, so they'll need to contact the receiving agency to ask if they need a jurat or an acknowledgement. Without those instructions, I cannot notarize the document. Once the signer tells you which notarization they need, either a jurat or an acknowledgement, you simply complete the loose notary certificate, staple it to the back of the document, and your notarization is complete. California requires this mandatory consumer disclosure statement to appear right there at the top of every acknowledgement certificate. This disclaimer must be included within the notary wording. You cannot use a California acknowledgement certificate without it. The statement must also be clear, legible, and enclosed inside a printed or drawn rectangular box at the top of the certificate. This disclosure lets the signer know that the notary public is only verifying the identity of the person signing the document, not the truthfulness, accuracy, or validity of the document itself. I want to make sure we're very clear on the process of the notary certificate. The notary certificate is about you, the notary public. You are saying I was in this state and this county when I completed this notarization. It's not about where the property's located, not where the signer lives, and not where you received your commission. In this section, you will write the date the notarization is taking place. Never use a future date or a backdated date. Only write the date you are actually completing the notary certificate, the exact date your pen hits the paper. In this section, the before me line is where you put your name and title. That section should contain your name followed by notary public. For example, Julie Smith, notary public. In this section, you will write the name of the person who personally appeared before you and presented identification. Only the signer's name goes here. If the names are already pre-printed on the certificate, which is common on loan documents, that is perfectly acceptable, as long as the names match the identification presented by the signer. You may place more than one name on this line. For example, a husband and wife, as long as all names are clear and legible. Also remember, notaries identify individuals, not capacities. Do not include titles such as CEO, president, trustee, or owner. Only the signer's individual name should appear on the certificate. If there are multiple signers or the names do not fit clearly on the line, complete the certificate for the first signer, then use additional loose notary certificates for the remaining signer. In an acknowledgement certificate, this section is known as the Statement of Particulars. We do not cross anything off and we do not acknowledge any pronouns on the certificate. In this final section, the notary signs the certificate and applies their official notary seal. The notary seal must be clear and legible and must not be stamped over any wording or signatures on the document. When you sign and stamp a notary certificate, you are doing so under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California. You are certifying that the notarization was performed properly and according to law. Now, keep in mind, your notarization is not fully complete until you have also completed your notary journal, which we will cover in the next video.